This week, the economic calendar is full of important economic events. Investors are now shifting their attention to the news on the rising tensions between the United States and China. Market sentiment changed sharply after the speech of U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. He declared that Hong Kong lost its autonomy from Beijing and warned China about the imposition of tariffs. Washington is highly likely to resort to such measures, referring to the Democracy Act of 2019. This act was adopted as a way to deter Beijing's influence in Hong Kong's internal affairs. The Democracy Act also allows imposing sanctions against representatives of the Hong Kong and Chinese governments who, according to Washington, are responsible for human rights violations. Donald Trump said that he is working on a stronger response to China's plan to national security law. By the end of the week, he will announce what it will be. Beijing remains calm, continuing to adhere to its previous rhetoric. The relations between the central government and the autonomous region of Hong Kong concerns the domestic policy of the country. For this reason, other countries have no right to interfere. Demand for safe haven assets is buoyant amid the US-China conflict. However, risk appetite is still strong as investors hope for reopening of the global economy after several countries have already eased quarantine measures. As a result, the US dollar index is moving sideways in a narrow range between 98.80 and 92.20. The AUD USD halted its rally due to the US-China conflict. Traders ignored a positive report from Reserve Bank of Australia Governor Philip Lowe. He announced that the Australian economy is doing well in mitigating the coronavirus consequences. What's more, fresh macroeconomic statistics turned out to be much better than Reserve Bank Australia's officials expected. Amid such statements, the pair is unlikely to dip further. If the pair breaks through the 0.6677 level, it will continue to grow to 0.6820. However, in case the pair sink under yesterday's low of 0.6569, it will try again to test the lower border of the price channel near the level of 0.6470. The dollar-yen pair is also as the US dollar index is trading sideways. Speculators did not take notice of Japan's government decision to allocate an economic stimulus package of $2 trillion to mitigate the crisis. This concerns that traders are now more focused on the US-China conflict. Technical analysis experts assume that the upward movement of the pair will continue. The pair managed to break out the level of 107.78. If it consolidates above this level, it will hit 108.30. That's all for now. We wish you profitable deals. See you on our channel with a new video in a couple of hours.